Hey,
Maybe Sherry,
yeah,
who's
I think so.
on the
Yeah.
road or someplace new.
So this is a quote from Rigpa, Glimpse of the Day. The beginner mind is an open mind, an empty mind, a ready mind. And if we really listen with the beginner's mind, we might really begin to hear. For if we listen with the silent mind, as free as possible from the clamor of preconceived ideas, a possibility will be created for the truth of the teachings to pierce us, and for the meaning of life and death to become increasingly and startlingly clear. My master used to say, the more and more you listen, the more and more you hear. The more and more you hear, the deeper and deeper your understanding becomes. And so, as we go into this cultivation of beginner mind with the opportunity of the beginning of a new year, um, listening is probably the hardest thing for us to do. Listening engages the parts of our brain that are preconceived. We do with our eyes as well. Uh, we we interpret without intending to interpret. It's so conditioned through the conditioned mind that we're not aware the conditioning is there. And then one day you realize that you've been wearing glasses. Uh, and you all have probably had those experiences where the filter falls away. You go, whoa, dude. And those are very special moments. Those are those, what do we call them, glimmers now. It sounds like Corinne just had one. So once we begin to get a sense that we haven't really been listening, we haven't been open, our mind has been busy framing and interpreting behind the scenes, working very hard, like that old thing, the swan looks beautiful and calm on the top, and underneath the legs are churning. To begin, oh my God, he's tardy. He's
Timothy.
got to stay after class.
And
Uh,
Dorothy's here.
I know. Hey, Dorothy. So, again, what are we doing when we sit? Emptying out of self. What does that mean? That means as things come, arguments start in your head, interpretations start, resistance starts, attachment starts. We begin to simply set it aside and come back to that simple presence, not analyzing, not interpreting, not compulsive meaning making, um, simple presence, creating an open space, just like we create an open space in our minds, and the thoughts pass through and feelings pass through. Now, sounds, sights, everything like clouds just passing through the field of awareness. So we're going to hear who we got today.
It's either Tara or Jack. So this is a blast from the past, going back to those 40 meditations that we did a few years ago. And it's interesting to note that in the course of those 40 meditations, it's not the first one that's beginner's mind or the second one that's beginner's mind. It's number 26 that's beginner's mind, because it's always available and helpful to go back to that open mind, that don't know mind.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, don't know.
Don't. We're taking this act on the road. What do y'all
Oh
think about
gosh.
that, Ben?
Oh, okay. So here we go. We'll see what happens.
So far in Mindfulness Daily, you've been developing and deepening the skills of focus and resilience,
Can you
and
hear?
doing this with a kind and clear attention. In this session, we're going to explore what one Zen master calls beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is the mind that sees with fresh eyes, with interest, and openness the many possibilities. Whether we're at work, in a classroom, or with family, with beginner's mind, we can see things in a fresh way with clear eyes and renewed presence. Neuroscientists at University of Toronto have demonstrated that mindfulness training leads to more accurate observation and clarity of perception. With mindfulness, we're seeing things as they are now rather than bringing a backlog of history, filters, and interpretations. Beginner's mind opens us to natural joy as well. I remember when my daughter was a year and a half old, she would marvel at a pebble or a leaf. Being with her, I too would enter the beginner's mind and hold her up and introduce her to the world. This is an oak tree. That's a yellow bumblebee. What's beautiful is I see this beginner's quality growing in mindfulness practitioners as well. Their eyes become bright and open. They live with a more interested spirit. As you continue your mindfulness practice, invite a beginner's mind. You will notice how it can arise naturally in the fresh sensing of the next breath, in hearing the exact sounds around you, in fully feeling sensations in the body, in clearly noticing the play of feelings and thoughts. Be curious and interested. Without judgment or fear, notice how the stories and body sensations keep going and how you can step out of them and discover a fresh response to problems. This is one of the gifts of mindfulness. It opens a doorway to creative solutions. As we step out of habitual thought, our intuitive knowing becomes available. Like Steve Jobs or Marie Curie or Henry Ford, we can see outside the box. We respond in new ways. Whether you're a teacher or a parent, a manager, healer, or student, you can pause, step back, and see the people and place you're in with a fresh and more compassionate vision. Mindfulness invites you to be fully alive just where you are, to live with a beginner's mind. Again, take a seat with dignity and graciousness. Notice the state of your body and mind with a kind attention. Be at ease as best you can and fill your body with the half smile of kindness. Begin by taking a few deep, relaxing breaths. And then bring a relaxed and focused attention to the breath or body anchor as you have. Invite the mind to calm and the body to relax. And continue for a time with this calming attention on the breath or body anchor. And when attention wanders, gently bring the puppy back. This breath, this moment. Now bring a beginner's mind to the sensations of breathing or body anchor. What does this mysterious life process feel like right now? Notice the breath as if you were seeing a newborn breathe for the first time. Now continue bringing a freshness to the core practice of mindfulness. When the attention is pulled from the breath by a strong sensation or sound or feeling, name it gently and notice its texture, how each is an ever-changing flow of many tiny experiences, always new. When an experience lessens in intensity or you are at ease with it, return attention to the breath. Be awake and interested and sense the river of life with kindness and freshness. Bring the same beginner's mind as you notice the amazing production of thoughts, picture thoughts and word thoughts. When they rise up from the background level and pull your attention from the breath, name them gently and notice with appreciation and freshness how ephemeral and transparent they are if you don't get caught in their stories. Breath and thought appear and vanish while you rest in their midst with beginner's mind. Feel everything that arises afresh, the mysterious appearance of life moment by moment.
We'll continue for about
As
another.
best you can, keep the spirit of beginner's mind, of interest and wonder, alive as you continue to practice. When you finish this formal practice, notice how you can carry this openness and freshness into your daily life as you shower or eat, listen to music, or watch the setting sun.
So we'll go another 10.
So, don't think there's a lot to add to what he had to say. Y'all have any questions or comments?